Hi, me, Medwan. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, so to all listeners out there, we are now today to discuss, I would say, an intriguing topic,
Mm-hmm.
which is the most common mistakes by Malaysian students.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you still remember last week in previous slot, we have discussed about confusing English words.
Confusing
English words.
words.
So we
Okay.
discussed about the word affect and effect
Mm-hmm.
among the
Mhm.
examples.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I would say that today's topic is
Mhm.
more or less the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just that it vary by its difference by the functions. Okay, and
Mhm.
the use. All right. For example, today. Anyway, why do you think we used to learn the common mistakes done by Malaysian students? Are you still a student anyway?
Yeah, I'm still.
Okay.
Okay.
So why do you think we need to learn?
Because we have to,
Mhm.
because we use the language for the formal.
Yes. This is something that we use every day.
Yes.
So
Speci-
as people say that to err is human and we learn from mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that we need to put a stop to the common mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, or else, it would become very common to an extent that it is acceptable among
Mm-hmm.
the society. For example, okay, before we move on to another song, I would
Mhm.
like to give an example. The most common one is the word invite.
Mm-hmm.
Invite means in Bahasa, it means
Jemput.
jemput.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, invites and invitations are
Mhm.
two different things.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, and they belong to different category, which
Mhm.
means they belong to different part of speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, invite belongs to verb,
Mm-hmm.
which means menjemput,
Menjemput.
while invitation on the other hand means
Jemputan.
jemputan.
Mhm.
It's a noun,
Noun.
kata nama.
Kata nama.
Alright, so since these two belongs to different category, part of
Mhm.
speech, so we can say that the 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 function or the use of these two words can affect the whole meaning if we
Mhm.
use it wrongly.
Mhm.
For example, the one that I gave in my Facebook status,
Mhm.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
That is wrong.
Mhm.
We should have said, I appreciate the invitation. Thank you for
Yes.
the invitation.
Mhm.
But nowadays, of late, I noticed that the word invite, oh, thank you for the invite,
Mhm.
has become, a culture.
Mhm.
Okay, something common, very
Mhm.
common. That's
Mhm.
why our topic for today is common mistakes,
Mhm.
because we are discussing things which has become common among our society, but it is still not right.
But I think because they use invite because they are not
Mhm.
confirm what is the
Yes,
correct words of that,
Mhm.
but they still want to try to speak.
They
it
just
English.
assume.
Yes, they
So-
just assume.
Yeah, so that is why now in our slot for Fun Friday with English,
Mhm.
we need to put. I think we need to put a stop to the
Mhm.
common mistake.
Mhm.
All right, so
Alright.
that people learn from our mistake, and then we can find some useful advice here to make our use of English the best it can be.
Mhm.
So stay tuned with us.
Yes, after
Okay.
this.
So after this, we'll be discussing more examples. So stay
Alright.
tuned.
Okay. FM Citra Generasi Informatif, kita bercakap tentang kesalahan pelajar-pelajar Malaysia dalam penggunaan bahasa Inggeris hari ini. The common mistake among Malaysian student in Fun Friday with English. Okay.
All right. So for those who just listen to us, we are now discussing common mistakes. I would say that probably this is not only done by Malaysian students. It can also be committed by anyone, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I at first I put it as Malaysian students because this is something that I have collected from a few semesters
Mm-hmm.
from my experience with my working adult learners. Okay, I would say Malaysian students.
Mm-hmm.
So Now moving on. Just now we have discussed about the word invite and invitation, which are different because due to the word of part of speech, which
Mhm.
means one belongs to verb, another one belongs to noun. Okay. Anyway, moving on, we have another example, which is the word fewer and less.
Mhm.
Okay, the fact that many people don't know the difference between fewer and less is, I would say, somehow reflected to the use of, if you are a student, probably it is in your exam papers.
Mhm.
If you notice, Erin, for example, English papers,
Mhm.
probably in your school time,
Mhm.
okay, not your university time, eh?
Mhm.
I taught you. Okay, because okay, I was once also a secondary school teacher, and I noticed
Mhm.
the word please write an essay
Mhm.
not less than 200 words, for example.
Mhm.
Not less.
Mhm.
The word less there is wrong.
Yes,
Okay, why wrong?
because
We have to use the word fewer instead of less. Mm-hmm.
b-
Because less.
uncountable, is it?
Yes, correct. Pandai. Okay.
Gelak.
Okay, fewer refers to item that you can count individually.
Yes.
Okay, fewer is something that we can count.
Mhm.
Okay, less, on the other hand, refers to a commodity, barang, such as sand or water, that you can't count individually. Sand,
Mhm.
water, what else? Money.
Mhm.
Those are things that we cannot count.
Because I
Alright.
mentioned
Yes.
the words,
Mm-hmm.
berapa perkataan yang kita perlu. So
Yes,
there's
kalau
350.
words, yes.
That's all. Mention the words.
Obviously, can
Yes.
be counted. Okay, boleh dikira.
Mhm.
Okay, so for example, there are less cakes now.
Last.
Someone came into your shop,
Mhm.
I would say your bakery shop,
Mhm.
and then you say, oh, there are less cakes now. You be hurry. So that is wrong. There are less cakes. Cakes can be counted. Boleh dikira.
Yes, few.
So there are
Fewer
fewer cakes
cakes.
now.
Alright.
How about, for example, we can say that, okay, in Tesco,
Mhm.
there are few counter and there's one express counter.
Mhm.
Okay, 10 items or less.
Mhm.
There's a sign there. 10 items or less. That is wrong. Okay,
10 item
or less.
or less. Oh.
Okay, they are trying to tell the customers that if you have less than 10 items
Mhm.
or even 10, you can line up at the counter,
Mhm.
at the express counter. But
so-
the word 10 items or less is wrong
Mhm.
because those items, those goods that you are buying is something that you can count. You boleh
Mhm.
kira.
Mhm.
Okay, so instead of saying that, probably you can say 10 items or fewer.
Oh,
Ah.
fewer. It is memang pelik. Memang I rasa satu
Something
yang
new.
janggal. Yeah, something new.
Something new.
Because
Okay,
kebiasaan is
Yes.
menjadi sesuatu. Tetapi benda
that
tu
is
salah,
why
wrong.
our topic for today is common mistakes.
Common mistake,
Ah,
kesalahan umum, kesalahan biasa yang
Dah
selalu
biasa dah
berlaku.
sebati. Common mistakes.
Susah tu.
Okay, so we have to put a stop to the common mistakes and
Mhm.
make it right.
Mhm.
Alright, so less sand, is that right or wrong? Less sand.
Sand, you mean pasir?
Pasir, yes. Less
Sand, I
sand.
think yes.
Yes, correct. Because
Uh-huh.
sand is something that we cannot count.
Uncountable.
Uncountable. Alright. Fewer grains of sand. Fewer
Fewer
grains of sand. That is correct.
Yes.
Sands you cannot count, but
Mhm.
grains of sand you can
But
count.
we call that kata bilang, kata
Penjodoh bilangan.
penjodoh bilangan. That's a
Yes.
fewer,
Yes.
less. That's a penjodoh bilangan. Okay.
Yes, correct. Okay, that is about fewer and less. Okay,
Mhm.
moving on. We have another example, which is amount and number.
Mhm.
Okay, these two work in the same way as less and fewer. Lebih
Mhm.
kurang, more or less the same.
Mhm.
Referring respectively to commodities and individual items.
Mhm.
Okay, satu commodities which means cannot be counted,
Mhm.
and another one is individual items which means can be counted.
Mhm.
Alright, so amount. Okay, here are the rules. Amount
Mhm.
refers to a commodity.
Mhm.
Amounts ni dia macam less.
Mhm.
Okay, amount which cannot be counted. For
Mhm.
instance, water. Okay.
Okay.
Number, on the other hand, refers to individual things that can be counted. For example, birds, stones, handphones, tables, pens. All right. So I give one sentence. For example, a greater amount of people are eating more healthily. Dah semakin ramai orang eat clean, mengamalkan cara hidup yang sihat, diet yang sihat. A greater amount of people are eating more healthily. So the you are actually referring to orang yang ramai. Amounts of people, is that correct?
No, because
No.
it's already greater.
Because amounts of people, instead of amounts of people, we can use number of people.
Numbers.
Yes.
Because number can count it.
Yes, can be counted. Yes, correct.
Okay.
While amounts refers to commodity. People are not commodity. People can be counted. Commodity like water, sand,
Yes.
sugar, flour. Those are commodity. All right. So we should have said, instead of amounts of people, we should have said a greater number of people are eating more healthily. All right.
Okay, we take a break first.
Yeah, sure.
And after this song, maybe we can continue. What is our next?
All right.
Generasi informatif, a common mistake among Malaysian students. Okay.
Okay. So not only Malaysian students, probably can be done by anyone.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so moving on to the next example that I can share here. This is something I would say something we always see, very important but yet forgotten. Okay, for example, we have two abbreviations. Okay, what does it mean by? Okay, in the first place, let me explain by the meaning of abbreviation. Abbreviation means perkataan yang disingkatkan. For example, AM, PM, singkatan.
Acronyms. Okay.
More or less the same. Okay. Abbreviation, acronyms is it's more like
Short like
yes, something
Malaysia is become MAS and something like that.
which have been shortened. Okay.
Okay.
Abbreviation, on the other hand, is more to something that stands for.
Stands for.
Okay, like AM, but we have A dot M dot P dot M and then dot. The same thing as IE and EG
IE.
and EG or etc.
Oh, etc. Okay.
ETC. All right.
EC. Alright.
Right. So okay, now I'm going to discuss about IE and EG. I dot E and dot. Okay, that's how it goes. And then we have E dot G dot. Okay, between these two abbreviations, these are commonly confused. Okay, and many people use them interchangeably. For example, IE, okay, means that is sebenarnya iaitu. While EG on the other hand means for example. But unfortunately, okay, but and unfortunately cannot come together. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, unfortunately, okay, unfortunately, EG, okay, as a common mistake, has been found, okay, often by me or probably by you also, used as that is. Sebenarnya EG means, for example, but kadang-kadang we have provided a few facilities for our clients to enjoy their stay at our hotel, e.g., for example, so you are giving them example, e.g., parking slots, okay, swimming pools, okay, Wi-Fi, e.g.
EG is including, is it? EG is?
Example.
Example. EG.
Okay,
G for
example.
what? G for what?
EG, for example.
Oh, EG for example.
Okay. So, for example, he objects to the changes. Contohnya dia buat macam ayat dia macam ni. He liked many different cheeses. He liked many different cheeses. I.e. cheddar, camembert, and brie. Okay, those are examples of cheeses. But dia pakai IE, which is wrong.
In example.
Sebab you are giving options, you bagi pilihan,
Mhm.
so it should be e.g. He liked many different cheeses, e.g. cheddar, camembert and brie. That's how we go. That's why this is like something very confusing, because the use of IE and EG may be quite similar to certain people. Okay, sebenarnya kalau you bagi contoh tapi bukan benda tu yang dia suka, bukan semuanya dimakan, tapi contoh cheese yang pelbagai, so kita pakai EG, example. Okay, but for something that dia memang buat, okay, he objects to the changes. Dia menentang perubahan. Okay, i.e. he won't be accepting them. Something that dia memang betul-betul buat.
Oh,
So i.e. iaitu.
Okay, that mean EG you state the pilihan yang
yes,
ada
the
lah.
options,
the
correct.
option. But IE is just you bagi tahu apa dia buat satu
Yes,
tu. Oh,
yes.
you tak mention dia buat dia tak bagi pilihan kat
Yeah,
situ. Dia bagi
yes,
tahu apa yang dia
correct.
buat. Okay, now I understand. I can get it.
Okay.
Okay.
I.e. means that is.
Okay, we want to take a break
Yes,
first,
yeah,
okay?
sure.
And then we continue after this. My Suara FM. Oh, so
Try-
many breaks.
Try to digest.
Generasi informatif. Okay, Miss Wan tadi tertanya-tanya apa itu EG? Kenapa EG?
Yes,
Kenapa
why EG and why IE?
Ah.
All right. Okay, to our listeners out there, especially to those who are just joining us, we are now in Fun Friday with English with the topic of common mistakes done by Malaysian. I would say Malaysian, or it can be Malaysian students. All right, so just now we just discussed about the difference between the use of IE and EG. These two abbreviations, for everyone's informations, are Latin terms. Okay, and IE stands for id est, ID and EST. Okay, that means that is, yaitu, yakni. Okay, while on the other hand, EG stands for, which also a Latin phrase, okay, means exempli gratia. EXEMPLIGRATIA. Exempli gratia, which means for example. Okay, let's say when I was younger, now also young, but when I was younger, I always I always wonder why, for example, they don't make abbreviation EX. You know, kan example, why it has to be EG? Okay, so now we know that EG, they took it from Latin phrase which mean exempli gratia, which means for example. All right, so now we know that IE and EG are all from Latin. All right, so probably we can move on to another example, Erin. Okay, now let's talk about the difference between the use of who and whom.
Who and whom?
Okay, these two are also, I would say, common mistakes. I would say common misunderstanding or common confusion, okay, experienced by us, including me once upon a time. So now let me tell you that who refers to the subject of a sentence. Okay, let's say in one whole sentence there's only one subject. For example, who is the culprit of this? Siapa yang buat kerja ni? Who do the driving? Okay, who will be coming here? Okay, but let's say in one sentence there are a few characters. There will be
Whom?
They will
I teringat satu ayat tadi you ada tanya. So I baru teringat. Okay, when whom you say
to whom it may concern.
like this cake made by whom? Is it something? Is it, you or him? Something like that.
Who made this cake?
Who made this cake?
Who made this cake? It's who?
No, not whom. No, by whom is it?
No. Who made this cake? Who baked this cake? Is who?
Okay.
But this cake is baked by whom?
Yes.
Whom at the back? Yes. Okay. So we can say that who refers to the subject of the sentence. Kalau who, okay. But whom refers to the object. Kalau dia jadi object, then we use whom. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, who and whom work in the same way as he or him. Kan he depan subject and him Usually we use it at the back, so it is its function as an object. Okay, so you can work out which you should use by asking yourself the following. For example, who did this? Oh, he did. So kita pakai who sebab dia kita refer dekat siapa as a subject. He did. So he bukan him. Okay? So who here is correct. But whom should I invite? So orang jawab invite him. So we notice. Okay? So now we can see clearly the function of who and whom, which closely related to the use of he and him. Okay, whom should I invite? Oh, you can invite him. So because of the him, not he, so kita pakai whom. Whom should I invite? Invite him. So whom. Okay, so whom is correct. For example, who shall I invite? Who is wrong. So instead of who, kita pakai whom shall I invite? Whom is responsible? That is correct or no? Whom is responsible?
Yes.
Wrong.
Who is?
It should be who only, not whom. Okay. Who is responsible? He is responsible. Look at the answer. He is responsible. We don't say him is responsible. So the answer is who. Okay, I give you another sentence. Okay, and then you tell me whether it is correct or not. He was the only person that wanted to come. He was the only person that wanted to come. That, the use of that. This is not between who and whom. This is between who and that.
Repeat the words.
Okay. He was the only person that wanted to come. That.
I don't think that's not correct, is it?
Instead of using the word that, we
Who.
use who.
Yes.
That is often used incorrectly in place for who and whom. Okay, when referring to a person, okay, we should use the word who rather than that. Okay, so just now we talk about the difference between who and whom and who and that. All right, so now we know, we can recap that the use of that, okay, we don't use it for referring to a person. We use who. And the difference between who and whom, we use who to refer to the subject, while we use whom to refer to the object. All right, so I think probably that's all for today.
Yeah, for this week.
We hope that you have found this session, this on-air session, a useful reference guide as you continue your journey to become fluent in English. So if you would like to learn more about the ins and outs of English grammar particularly, do join us. Okay, please be consistent in following us, because I would say that what I'm sharing with you is following the steps.
Yeah,
I have my okay, the level of I would say
syllabus. Do you want to say syllabus? Because you are lecturer, so
yeah, probably. I have my own plans. I would say a kind of syllabus.
you bring here.
Nah. Okay, so stay tuned with us. Same time, same day.
Inshallah, next week it will be our last session for 2017. Is it?
Yes, correct.
So still cannot say it. So still cannot wish New Year yet.
Yes, correct.
Because
Alright.
I will take a long leave.
Long leave.
Yeah, until
How long is your long?
a year.
Seriously.
Until the next year.
All right, so see you again next year, Erin. So I'll be
Inshallah.
with another DJ, I
Yes,
suppose.
of course.
All right, so to all listeners out there, don't forget to support us.
Yeah.
And just sharing with you, this slot is a collaboration between my Suara FM and UUM Kuala Lumpur. So hope to see you
Yes.
again. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.